Thanks very much for the investment of your time. My name's Simon Martin. I'm the marketing manager at 360 Solutions. And for the next 5 minutes or so, I'm just going to talk you through the rationale for Gorvins Solicitors, one of the Northwest leading law firms, choosing Skype for Business and SIP trunking as a means of delivering their telephony moving forwards. So the situation that Gorvins were faced with really surrounded three key areas. Previously operating with a legacy Siemens unified telephone systems, Gorvins were looking at different ways of facilitating closer communication between their partners, their fee-earning partners, and their customers. In addition, those partners were looking at ways to work remotely from home, or also the option to be able to connect and work seamlessly from court. IT within Gorvins were investigating an Office 365 migration and were keen to leverage any investment in Microsoft technology to integrate their telephony and the working environment. Within the firm, there were a series of telephone-intensive operations who relied on telephony in their daily operations. Senior staff were looking at a secure and reliable way to monitor staff productivity and call volumes into key departments such as conveyancing in order to manage employee output. In addition, Gorvins needed to complete their ISDN to SIP migration in line with BT's planned phase-out of ISDN by 2025, and were keen to investigate disaster recovery options. IT were particularly interested in having control of number routing in the event of a disaster recovery scenario. So three key drivers, I guess, or three key situations that Gorvins were faced with: the need to deliver mobility, the need to log and report on their telephony activity, and the need for enhanced disaster recovery. 360 Solutions oversaw the deployment of Skype for Business as the main platform to deliver telephony. We chose Skype for Business for a couple of reasons, really. Firstly, it integrates natively with Office 365 to optimize the planned migration of the Office environment. To deliver external conferences and collaborations, whether that be screen shares or conference calls, it provided the best possible integration with the desktop and was most easy to use for the staff members and fee earners. It proved the most stable platform when working mobilely across different operating systems, whether iOS, Android or Windows, and people in Gorvins did operate with a mixed mobile fleet. It also allowed the option to federate with key business partners or customers, either domestic Skype users or other Skype for Business users external to Gorvins, and share files, instant messages natively from the desktop without the need for any third-party integration or interface. We deployed a mixture of Polycom endpoints selected due to their ability to synchronize with the user's Outlook calendar, which meant that from the phone, users were able to get simple one-touch access to pre-scheduled meetings and conferences, or dial additional parties in via the telephone. Also, obviously, they were able to drive the telephone from the desktop, giving the users the best possible experience. Users enjoyed a PC-based client that allowed them to share instant messages, view employee status, i.e. whether they were available or unavailable prior to initiating a contact. From that client, they were able to, as well as sharing instant messages, deliver a peer-to-peer video call so that users could see each other regardless of where they were based, wherever they had a data connection. They could share files by transferring files from within the client. They could share their screen and push and share content and control of their desktop between individual users, and also initiate group chat so individual departments can have a pre-configured and pre-set up chat room. To physically make or receive calls, it could be done directly from within that client by using the softphone, which also displayed an indicator whenever there was a voicemail left. Or alternatively, obviously, it could be done from the mobile handset itself. Content was shared directly from within the client, and multi-party presentations could be delivered with users being able to manipulate the slide deck in presenter mode and highlight and annotate key points, initiate polls, and gain participant feedback without the need for any third-party plugin. And lastly, when working mobilely, we're using tablets or mobile phones. Users were both able to enjoy the same instant messaging and file sharing experience as they could from their desktop. When joining a meeting which had content being presented, they could view the content from the mobile device, and also they could make a desk phone call from their extension or to another party's extension using the application that resided on their mobile device. All this technology was delivered with a training program over a period of time where users participated in workshops and were shown how to use each of these tools to make sure that the technology was fully embraced across the workforce to make the most effectively, to allow Gorvins to leverage the investment they'd made in the technology and make sure they got the biggest possible bang for their buck. So there were three key components to what was delivered for Gorvins. Skype for Business, which allowed users to do the conferencing, the instant messaging and file sharing, group chat, and also to drive the telephony endpoints from the desktop. Gorvins also migrated to a resilient SIP build. This allowed or eliminated any single point of failure from the SIP design by allowing automated failover in the event of connectivity failure using the primary connectivity pipe delivering calls inbound and out. From within the cloud, we also delivered an auto attendant, so a voice-based system to route calls in the most seamless and easy fashion for users to reach their ultimate destination or their ultimate target as quickly and as easily as possible. And we also pre-built a DR plan at DDI level, so that in the event that failure did occur, Gorvins themselves had access to a web-based portal which they could access through a browser or via a mobile phone application that allowed them to activate a pre-built DR plan at individual DDI level. So each of those DDIs could be activated and diverted to a mobile at the touch of a button in the event of outage. And finally, we also supplied dashboard reporting via the Tiger reporting platform, which allowed Gorvins to monitor call volumes into those telephone intensive departments such as conveyancing, where they were looking to monitor abandoned calls, answer rates, call volumes, and adjust shift patterns and manage staff accordingly based on the information that was presented. And what's more, the Tiger platform also provided itemized breakdown of their call spend levels in order that they could cross-charge and identify any areas of poor practice and eliminate unnecessary spend. So all in all, the deployment was a great success, and the IT director there was delighted with the outcome, and we hope it will be the forerunner to many more successful Skype for Business deployments moving forward.